Go Bills, go Bills, go Bills. I still don't quite understand going for the 2-point conversion the other day, but it is done and over with, and now we are on to bigger and better things. But let's talk about the bigger, better things, and that's this long duration lake effect snow event that we're going to be dealing with over the coming week. And this is in the wake of yesterday's Arctic front. We are now left with, like I said, a long duration lake effect snow event. As you can see here on radar, with snow bands coming off of Lake Erie and Lake Ontario, and they are strong snow bands. Some areas along the Lake Erie and Lake Ontario snow belts could see an additional 2+ feet of snow now through Saturday morning. And some areas could see more than 2 feet. It just depends on where the snow bands are most persistent. So if you get an area where the snow bands are more persistent, because obviously the snow bands oscillate back and forth when they're coming off the lake. If you are in an area where a snow band is more persistent and it's a strong snow band, I would not be surprised to see upwards, maybe even approaching 3 feet of snow now through Saturday morning in some areas. And this has prompted the National Weather Service to issue winter storm warnings and lake effect snow warnings for portions of Northwest PA, Western New York State, and Northeastern Ohio all the way through the new year. The main impacts during this event is going to be whiteout conditions, which will make travel extremely treacherous, if not altogether impossible, and even life-threatening. So let's take a look at the models here in just a second. All right, so here we are right now. This is valid for 4 p.m. today, Tuesday, the 30th. And you see these lake effect bands coming off of Lake Erie and Lake Ontario, and they're just shifting north and south along the lake. And then you get this disturbance here, bringing in some light snow across Michigan, portions of Ohio, and Western PA. And that's going to help to increase the lake effect intensity, especially across Lake Erie and Lake Ontario through tomorrow and Thursday. And then we're going to get another disturbance to come through later in the week. It's going to bring another fresh shot of cold air, but it's also going to help intensify the lake effect snow bands coming off of the lakes through the end of the week. These bands are going to be pretty persistent coming off of Lake Erie and Lake Ontario through Friday and Saturday. And I want to show you what the snow totals are like. This is the NAM 3KM. So it's one of the mesoscale models. So it's better to look at a mesoscale model when you're talking about mesoscale features such as lake effect snow, because they are literally just thunderstorms coming off of the lake, except you don't always get thunder and lightning with them. But we pretty much compare them to thunderstorms because of their convective nature. And I'm going to show you here what the NAM 3KM is predicting in terms of snowfall. So just give me one. So here, coming into the snowbelt region of Lake Erie, you see a nice region of 6 to 12 with 12 to 24 inches possible in Erie County and southwestern New York. And then same with Lake Ontario, you see a nice band of 6 to 12, and then even higher amounts in this dark maroon color here, up to where 2 feet of snow is possible. And this is even on the lower end. I want to show you real quick before we go here. I'm going to show you what the national blend of models is showing. The national blend is really good to look at too. I do like looking at the national blend. So here you're seeing upwards of 2 feet of snow in Erie and southwestern PA, and then even higher, even greater than 2 feet of snow is potential off of Lake Erie or Lake Ontario in western New York. But it same goes for Erie. It really just depends on where the snow bands set up. That's where you could possibly see upwards of 2 to maybe even 3 feet of snow if you get under one of those persistent snow bands. So it's going to be, this is going to cause some issues through the week. I would imagine there's going to be a lot of cancellations. I mean, I know they're built for this kind of snow, but this is a lot of snow and it's going to be stretched out through the entire week. So if you don't have to go out, I would suggest just don't go out. Travel is going to be extremely treacherous, if not impossible, especially when you get within the heaviest of snow bands. And you're going to get whiteout conditions. So even if you can drive, you can go from seeing 10 miles to not being able to see 5 feet in front of you. That's how convective these storms are. So if you don't have to go out, just don't go out. Stay at home and enjoy the snow. And thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. And stay tuned for another video update tonight on the lake effect snow event, and then also the snow potential for late next week. Thank you.